So our producer Kate is back from behind the scenes. She happens to be a huge Texans fan. If you haven't heard, right behind us, this fella here, J.J. Watt. He's a winner in football and in love.
I'm so sad about this. I love him.
Obviously, so does someone else.
Everybody does.
The Houston Texans lineman is now officially engaged to his longtime sweetheart, soccer player Kealia Ohai. So he posted this on his social media saying, "I'm the luckiest man in the world." Hashtag she said yes. And then Kealia tweeted back saying, "I love you."
Oh, so cute.
So even the Texans, his team, sent congratulations to the couples with that ring emoji right there. So is your heart just shattering into a million pieces right now?
I really am. I mean, this is kind of sad. They look extremely happy, and I know that they're a cute couple. I follow them on Instagram, so I know that they're a good couple, and they love each other. But come on, JJ, I was waiting for you. We were going to get married.
I don't think your boyfriend wants to hear this.
It's fine. He's not watching right now.
After the break on 12 News tonight, trade school versus college. Which one's better and why? We're going to show you the comparison next. So we know it's graduation time for a lot of high schoolers. They're thinking about college, but more and more actually opting for something other than a university to start their career paths. So NBC's Chris Clackham is looking into the perks of the trade world.
If recent history holds, nearly the same number of high school graduates this year will head to a trade school instead of college. And for them, for good reason.
You can make as much money as the quote-unquote white-collar folks can in many cases in the trades area.
There we go.
Make as much money, obtain a skill in much less time at a fraction of the cost of college.
I wish right out of high school I knew this was an opportunity or even a chance or a possibility.
Instead, Erica Klein spent a bundle getting a bachelor's degree in public health.
I felt like I needed a career, and the only way to get the career was to go to college.
Only to leave that career and learn the trade of heating and air conditioning.
I'm not gonna lie, money was an issue.
She's with a company in Charlotte now where co-workers have also opted for a trade skill over college degree.
I felt more confident in the way I was taught than even when I was in college.
The trade school choice certainly resonates with those who made the decision decades ago.
It's been awesome for me, and I preach about it. I love this industry. I love the trades.
And especially now with the new economy and stigma all but erased.
All of these skilled tradespeople, they're critical.
They're also less likely to have the debt load of a college graduate. Chris Clackham, NBC News.
Yeah, and then research done by the Idaho Department of Labor found that the average bachelor's degree in the U.S., $127,000.
Yep.
Compare that to $33,000 if you go to trade school.
For the trade school, yeah. I mean, I really see, especially in Southeast Texas, we have so many trade jobs here, refinery work, welding, that sort of thing. And I think that this is really kind of a booming industry, especially out here. And I think for a lot of kids who are in high school, they may not know necessarily what to do. And instead of feeling like you have to go to a university, you know, maybe take some time and figure out what you want to do. Save a little money, try junior college.
I think it's not one size fits all, and that's the message here. So good stuff that there are more options out there. Now we're going to go to Colorado, where for millions being healthy is going to be a bit cheaper now. So a couple days ago, the governor signed a bill into law that makes sure people with diabetes in the state don't pay more than $100 a month for their insulin. The law also is having the state, is having the law investigate the pricing of prescription insulin drugs and report what it found to the governor himself. The governor says insulin is essential to surviving. It's the same as oxygen, and he wants to make sure no one has to go without it.
This is amazing to me because, I mean, we work in news. We hear all the stories about how people are rationing their insulin because they can no longer afford it. And I mean,
that's not how the drug is intended to be used. It's supposed to stabilize. And if you're not using it properly, it's not doing its job.
Exactly. And it's supposed to be there no matter what, when you need it. You shouldn't have to worry about, oh, can I take just a little bit this time? You shouldn't have to worry about that. And I mean, he's making moves to fix that.
Good stuff. So we're pretty pretty sure this story tonight is going to put a big old smile on your face. In Cedartown, Georgia, workers at a Home Depot came together to help a family in need. Christian Williams-Moore says her son Logan has a disease that affects his muscle tone and makes stability a struggle. You see him right there. So Logan's family was worried that their insurance wouldn't pay for the walker that he needed. But they read about how to make a walker out of PVC piping.
Oh yeah, and that's cheap.
The store manager heard about their story, took the project into his own hands. He told the family to go get ice cream, and by the time they got back, this walker was finished. In no time, Logan got the hang of his walker, and when the family tried to pay for the pipes, the manager took care of that too.
This is amazing. This is so cute. I mean, and there are a lot of stories about where insurance isn't always picking up. And I mean, this family, they even said in the story, we were going to go to Home Depot. We were going to do it ourselves. The manager got wind of this. He said, don't worry about it. He got the whole team together. They all made this walker. They said, go out, get ice cream. And they footed the bill. I mean,
this is amazing stuff.
What's more
Gotta have your neighbors back.
Yes,
that's what it's all about. All right, Eric, so we're winding up Memorial Day. How's the rest of the evening looking?